Okay.
Today we are going over setting up your goals in Command. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And this one. So I'm at agent.kw.com. Of course, same login as your MyKW login. And we are going to go over here to the left where it says reports. And you'll see up here, you will see goals. Click on that. I'm going to move this little box down there. So I already have mine set up. I just went through this real quick this morning. I'm going to click on goal settings right here. And this is a Kelly guide. So Kelly, which is the artificial intelligence, is going to walk you through it. So we're going to click on get started. So then you select what year you're going to do. Obviously it would be this year. You want to know what is your 2020 annual profit goal. So what do you want to net? And if you want to go over here to this little eye, will kind of tell you what that means. So amount of profit your business earns before taxes and after subtracting cost of sales and operating expenses from your GCI, gross commission income. So this is where you would put however much you want to make or what your profit goal is. You would put your expenses and cost of sales. And if you go over the I, it will let you know how to kind of calculate that, what is included in that. Same thing of cost and sales, you can go over that. So that would be like the transaction coordinators, ISA, the market center brokerage fees, the referral fees, anything like that. You would put that in there. And then what your business makeup. If you're like a newer agent and you might not know, what you want to focus on, listings or buyers, the model says you should have 50-50. Obviously that's not always the case, but that's what the model says is you should have 50% buyers, 50% listings. And then you put in your average commissions per unit. So if you wanted to go look up the average sales price, I think in like Sarasota County, it's like 300 to 350. You can kind of guess what your listing and your buyer commission would be. And of course you can use that little eye to see what kind of is included in that stuff. So let me move this thing over again.
Hey, Sam, I have a question on average commission per unit. Are you looking at that as before we reach our cap or after cap, or does it make a difference here?
I don't think it doesn't make a difference. So that 7150, I think is the 300,000. I think it's just getting that 3%.
Okay. Right.
No, I think that is that's after your split.
Okay.
Just did the math real quick on my phone.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
All right, so I'm gonna hit the next button. Then these are kind of, I think these were already put in there for me. But these are your conversion rates. Like I said, as a new agent, you might not have your conversion rates quite yet. So I believe these were already in there for me. If you wanted to keep those in there, you're more than welcome to keep those. Those are probably just the generic ones that they have the data for. And I would keep those. And then when you start getting into business, or if you can convert conversion rate, you can obviously change those. Then I'm going to save and continue. So then it will show you over here to the left kind of your breakdown. And then when you're done, you're going to review them, obviously, and then you're going to hit what's next. And then it's going to kind of tell you about smart plans. You can look at your reports and kind of see where you are, how you're meeting your goals, and then it's going to show you the Command home screen. So that's how you set up your goals in Command. They do have the dashboard when you log in. That's the first thing that you see, or one of the first things you see. Right here's your goals versus actual, so you can actually stay on top of your goals. And then of course you can go back to this report section and look at your goals in kind of more depth detail. Anyone have any questions on goals?
Just pretty much everything in there you can change, because I, not knowing anything, jumped in there right away because I like goals. And I put some things in there, and I tried to go back and change them, and I haven't had much luck, so I just kind of let it slide. But everything in there is adjustable, right? I mean, where
Yeah,
my problem,
if you go back in here in goal settings,
right?
and just go through this guide again, you can change all this. If you wanted to, you know, 50,000.
Okay.
Change all these numbers if you wanted to.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and make adjustments because I've got some funny numbers in there.
Yeah, you can change all this information. Yeah.
All right, cool, thanks.
And Samantha, will these numbers, will they go back to like January 1st of this year?
I don't know. I mean, it's not going to, I don't think it's going to let you backtrack. I don't think you're going to be able to put anything. I'm not sure. Do you know, Blake, if you can go back and put a
I think what happens is that it pulls off of the data that you enter into Command through, you know, opportunities and contacts. So if you update those, it'll update it from January 1st, but it looked like it be from today's date instead. So you'd have the number, not the date.
Like, you know, under contract, closed units, I mean, I would think that if it's looking at year to date, it's got to be comparing to a calendar algorithm of some sort to know that, you know, year to date, this is what I've done.
Right. Yes, it does. It looks at this current year's calendar, and then it'll compare against other years once we have other years' data in there.
Sure.
But it's about getting the data in there. Like if you entered the data in from today, from January 1st, I think it would show on today's date versus January 1st. I don't think
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but the numbers would be in there, it just would be the dates would be off for your goals.
Yeah, okay.
Any other questions?
Let's see, what's in the chat there? Jan Swift, I was a few minutes late. Where did you go from the beginning to set goals?
Jan, I went over to the reports little icon right over here. And then I went to goals right up here. And then I clicked on goal settings. And then I went through the Kelly guide.
Jan says thanks.
You're welcome. All right, any other questions on setting up your goals? If you haven't set up your goals, definitely get with your productivity coaches. They can kind of help you discover what your goals should be. And they can kind of help you break down, you know, the commission and how many appointments you need and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't know what your goal should be, definitely get with your productivity coach. And they can kind of walk you through and help you through that process as well.
And then goals are very important for tracking your business. It's a good metrics to use against the year before goals versus what you want your new goals to be. If you aren't watching your numbers, how can you know if your business is growing? That's at least how I view them.
All right, well, if there's no other questions, who's ready for Bold? Who's going to Bold?
Woo, Bold!
Yes, indeed.
Woo! I got my Bold shirt on today. I don't know if you can see it. Got my Bold shirt on. And just remember, it is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. our time. I don't think anyone here is Central Time, so 2 to 4 today. And if you are not a part of the Facebook group, make sure you're a part of the Facebook group.
I've joined the Facebook group, but I'll be honest, I'm not real sure where I'm supposed to go at 2 o'clock.
To the Facebook.
You're going to go to the Facebook group.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have it's gonna be live there. And also if you don't have your materials, the materials are in the file section.
The
Of
bowl
Facebook.
has grown so large that they needed a venue through Facebook to be able to host everybody. So,
All right, guys. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow. We hope you have a bold Tuesday.
bye.
All right. Thanks.